Rico the opinionist. Welcome to my YouTube channel, y'all. Just wow. Please, y'all, continue to like, share, and subscribe. Can y'all see me? I don't want the light to be too bright. I'm gonna turn. Let me see this. No, I need this. Okay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your man Rico the opinionist. Thank you so much, everybody, for like, sharing, and subscribing. Please continue to tell folks that this is what's going on. I'm almost there. Well, not almost there. I think I'm about shoot. I still need about 600 or 500 of y'all. 500 more subs, and we are on our way. And I know a lot of you have you've read the title, and I'm gonna take my time with this conversation. If you have a minute, because I blocked out some time between clients to have this conversation with black men. And it's basically something I've been talking about for quite a bit, and that is something that I've noticed over the years when it comes to black men and the subject of race or racial issues, and how you really can't get black men to talk about anything that's really hold on one sec. Who's this? Be honest and say, looking good, man. Glad to see you taking care of yourself, brother. Hey, be good. Thank you so much. And so I'm trying to have the conversation I want to have is what's the problem, black men? And my friends, we have these conversations in private about black men's behavior, how they're not really on code in this country. And I think what really sparked me to have this or motivated me to have this conversation is what just happened? With the Caitlyn Clark situation. Now the JJ Redick conversation. And it's of course it's all sports related. It's almost as if you can't get black men to publicly talk about anything that's going on in this country if sports are not the backdrop. Now I just said to JJ Redick, the guy who I'll just frame him as he graduated from Duke in basket weaving. Now he has been named through his friend LeBron James as the head coach of the world famous LA Lakers. And all he had to do was graduate from Duke? Damn. And then you got the Caitlyn Clark conversation. And and let me go back even further with black men and their so like they have apprehension about talking, their apprehension towards talking about race and racial issues, especially when a lot of the stuff is dealing with us as black men. You can't get black dudes to talk about anything as it relates to race and us unless it's sports attached to it. And even in sports, these black dudes, a lot of black men will not talk about it. Neely Fuller coined the phrase racism, white supremacy. If you don't understand its agenda, its purpose, everything else you see would only confuse you. Black men, it's something happened after the 70s to black men. I guess because we're always the target of some type of ridicule, always the target for destruction. And black men just kind of stay out the way, while every other groups, including black women, they charge at it head on. But black men, who's affected the most by criminal justice laws, who's affected the most by police attacks, who's affected the most by unemployment, affected the most by a lot of stuff that's not positive in this society, black men say the least. And my question is, who the hell y'all think gonna come save us? Jesus? You kidding me? Greetings from South Africa. What's up, Gordon? And speaking of kind of Africa, shout out to the folks, the good folks over in Kenya, man. That's right. Keep it going. And shout out to Julia Luima there in South Africa. Y'all should have elected that man. He's the truth. But anyway, so black men in America, I knew in my lifetime there's something wrong with black men even if you agree or disagree with Colin Kaepernick, when he put his reputation on the line, regardless of, I know I've heard all of it, so let's not go there. Let's stay on topic. When he put his career and everything on the line, uh, to as a protest of unarmed black men being shot by the cops, and black men in the NFL were told by the white owners, if you dare take a knee, you'll be fired. Now, black men make up 90% as players of the NFL. They all acted like a bunch of individuals. And then you see black men who are not NFL players, though the fans, black men who like football, they didn't have enough about them to say, you know what, I don't like what those coaches said to those NFL players, because they have huge platforms where they can actually enact change as it relates to how a lot of us are treated. A lot of black men are treated by the criminal justice system, or the foot soldiers of the criminal justice system. And black men continue to buy NFL paraphernalia. They continue to buy tickets to NFL games. That's something, wait a minute. There's something wrong with this picture. Because I don't think if another group was constantly under attack, they would not support a system that constantly attacks them. But black men do. Um, and you go to the barbershops where black men are. They don't talk about anything. I don't give a damn about their LeBron James show. That's just a bunch of stuff for TV. But on average, in these black barbershops, if it ain't talking about rap, sex with women, drugs, or just street foolishness, I'm talking about the millennial age up to like 45 years old. They're not talking about anything that's tangible to the lives of black boys and black men. I'll debate anybody on it. And so then we come up to the politics. There are black men who are still voting Democrat, and there's nothing in a Democratic Party that supports or encourages or empowers heterosexual masculine men, let alone heterosexual masculine black men. And these black dudes, they're all on social media. And of course, y'all know I'm not talking about all. But y'all know it's a large segment of black America that the men are not standing up for anything. They're sitting around waiting on other people to take the blows so they can benefit. They're waiting on another Jesus. They're waiting on another Tupac. They're waiting on another Chairman Fred Hampton. They're waiting on people. They're waiting on another Malcolm X, when all of them could be Chairman Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, Dr. King from the last year of his life, Dr. King, not that 1955, 1964 Dr. King. All of us as black men, heterosexual, masculine black men, have potential to really change our position here in this country, but won't do it. So that's why I entitled this live as black men use sports as a distraction or as a way to keep from talking about race in sports and in America, because black men, they don't. Now, some BS that's going on in rap music, you can't shut them up. Who's sexy, who's thick, or something sexual, you can't shut them up. But the way that Angel Reese is being mistreated on purpose, let me tell y'all something. I'm finna go there. This Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese thing, right? And I'm looking at these black dudes. They are literally caping for Caitlyn. And this is not to say that she isn't talented, but y'all, come on, y'all. This last game that they had with the Fever versus the Sky, Angel Reese kicked ass. But you don't hear black men talking about that. Let me tell you what this damn fool on my this a grown black man now. He's gonna try to convince me, this black dude. I saw his Facebook page. Sonny Halston said that on The View. Sonny Halston on The View said that Caitlyn Clark is benefiting from being white and she's pretty. Excuse me. I said, yeah, true. Hold on a second, damn. I said, yeah, right. It is true. She is white, but pretty? Where is that at? And then this black male put a picture up there with her, I guess outside of her uniform, and I guess her hair's supposed to be fixed in her face. And I said, okay, she changed clothes, but she didn't change her face. That is not an attractive white woman at all. Long transgender horse face. She's not attractive. Do you know that this black male called me an N-word because I don't find Caitlyn Clark attractive? And then I read all these comments on these social media platforms, these black men actually attacking Angel Reese, our sister. I don't agree with everything she does. It really is not too much that I disagree with because the girl kicks ass. She kicked ass in college. She's a college champion. And she came in the WNBA killing. She has broken 2 records. Now she's broken a 3rd record, scoring and playing, and she just snatched something that was given to Caitlyn Clark called the Rookie of the Year. And black men are attacking her. And then these same black dudes, be it Barkley, be it this biracial sorry little bastard named Matthew Barnes, and all these these black dudes. Hold on one second. It's Isaac Brickman said, what weight color has nothing to do with it. It's about good and or bad. Man, shut the fuck up. We're not playing that game, and I'm not reading any comments like that. I just read to you, Isaac. White racism, white supremacy. If you don't understand its purpose and its agenda, everything else only confuse you. So you can take that kumbaya bullshit somewhere else, Isaac, respectfully. I don't play that. And then y'all talking about color. It's not color, motherfucker. It's race. Didn't mean to go off like that, but I'm easily triggered when you snowflake blacks, snowflake whites come up here playing games. When our lives are at stake. It's always about race. It's always we said, can you give me? Okay, all right. I'm done reading because I knew it was going to get stupid, dumber after that. So, the United States Constitution made sure to always be about race and color. Who told y'all to start saying color instead of race? Y'all love to play games. But Caitlyn Clark, no one's taking her ability away from her. But I don't understand how black men are so invested in this white girl when we got this young sister who was kicking ass in college, proven. Kicking ass. She's a champion. And she's kicking ass in the WNBA, even though she was chosen, 8th round, as opposed to the white girl, round 1, first draft. And she killing her. She's killing her. You know, she's killing her. But black men are actually, y'all jumped on a bandwagon with the white media and said that black women in the NWA were jealous of this white girl. That's why I know it's something emotionally wrong with black men in America. You're not thinking straight. You're so busy trying to go along, to get along, that you're not using your intelligent mind. It is very clear. Whenever I hear these black dudes talk like that, you've never heard of Dr. John Henry Clark. You've never heard of Dr. Julia Hare. You've never heard of Dr. Francis Cresswellson. You've never heard of Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. You've never heard of Dr. Amos Wilson. You've never heard of Brother Steve Coakley. You've never heard of none of the scholars. Because anybody heard about the scholars, you will be sounding so stupid. You will not be attacking this young sister, not just because she's black. She is black, and she's very good at what she does. But y'all don't understand how this white supremacist system works. They've always tried to find them a great white hope. This is nothing new. Caitlyn Clark is nothing new. They tried to do it with a Jerry Cooney when he was boxing. They tried to do it with Jack Johnson. They tried to get him one so bad. They threw out Rocky Marciano when Joe Louis was kicking everybody's ass. Rocky Marciano fought with Joe Louis when Joe Louis was in his mid to late 40s. And he got a win. Oh, yeah, we got us one. So what I'm saying is not untrue. If it hurts feelings, it is what it is. If it's cracking your little multicultural, multiracial matrix, that's on you. But I'm talking to black men about their behavior. And all those scholars that I mentioned, y'all need to read because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. It's not about scoring. It's not about that. It's about maintaining a system that puts the image of them up front. The record shows black folks have outperformed even under the most pressured pressured situation. Jesse Owens in the 31 Olympics in Nazi Germany. Hitler got so mad he didn't shake his hand. Because you can't take away national talent, natural talent and DNA. But you can paint an image of somebody else being great or awful. Do you understand? So it's not, so don't come up here with that. Well, it's not about color. It's not about, it is. It's always about race. Because one thing about it, when you understand racism, white supremacy, that stuff won't even bother you. But those of you who get upset about what I'm saying, because you're living in a fantasy. And when I see so many black men attacking Angel Reese, and she has the numbers and the talent to show for it, you crazy? Are you nuts? That's what I'm talking about. And what's so interesting, all those guys and black men, I know everybody, I expect everybody else. But I always watch the behavior of black men because we're the one who's going to have to make this change that we want to see in this society. But we're nowhere near. We're not together. We're separated as a gender and a group in this country. We try to do our own thing. And that's why we keep on ending up last. I'm one who understands that not all the sisters are behaving appropriately, but the ones who are, we need to be celebrating them. We need to be protecting Angel Reese. We need to have the same blogs, the same YouTube videos, the same podcast celebrating her because there's a big white media machine that they got all the power, but we still have the power of our own voice. Because if Angel Reese was twerking, if Angel Reese was on OnlyFans, if Angel Reese was doing a bunch of thottish stuff, black men would be lying to be Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese. But she's actually winning off of her pure talent. And another thing about that young sister, she's not afraid to say what most black men are afraid to say. That is, speak up for herself. She called it what it is. She said, yeah, I'll be the villain. She understands at 21 years old, these people playing games with race. For those who it's got to be about color. Then she understands that they're playing games with race. What she also understand that they can play the race games all they want to because her raw talent is gone. That's what's going to be remembered, her raw talent. They've always played racial games in sports. And what I don't understand is why black men are so quiet on the racial games that's been played in sports. Now, I see some of your comments, because it's about everything, but this JJ Redick thing, it should be more podcasts of black men say, wait a minute. You got all these black dudes and even other white guys who are way more talented, and who are actually qualified. You don't hear black men. You know what black men are saying? Some, not all, but too many. Well, they could teach him what he needs to know. Or a lot of people learn on the job, or, just shit like that. I mean, how y'all make space and make way for him, but when it comes to other black people, y'all guys are, well, he's not qualified. He needs this, he needs that. It's weird. We take on the talking points of others when it comes to us. I mean, they call that viewing yourself through the lenses of the white supremacists. And a lot of us do that unknowingly. A lot of us unknowingly do that. Maybe I should read the book by Dr. Joy Leary called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. If more black men read what our scholars wrote, we will have all these problems. And a lot of black men, instead of getting online and I guess saying your piece, then more of you need to be visible. So the rest of us can see, like, we know what black men are on it. Because when you start reading those books, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Amos Wilson, Carter G. Woodson's Miseducation of the Negro, you'll start seeing a change in behavior in black men and in black boys. But as long as y'all still around here thinking, well, it's just sports. It's just sports. Nothing is just anything under racism, white supremacy. So that's why I want to have this conversation with black men. What's going on? How come y'all, you don't celebrate the people who really deserve to be celebrated as black men? There's a 16-year-old black boy who's about to make history. He's made history already. 16 years old, qualified for the Olympics. His name is Quincy something, but y'all, all you got to do is look it up. He's there. And so, I'm looking around. I don't see posts or podcasts talking about this young black man. We got Simone Biles, the judge in the Russian judge in in gymnastics. She wants to change the rules because Simone Biles, I think she does gymnastics on bar balancing beams that was created by God. That young woman is awesome. And there's a young black male who's also qualified in gymnastics. But black men don't. I don't understand, brothers. How come y'all do work so hard to avoid the topic of race when race is kicking black men and black boys in the ass every day? Y'all won't talk about it. And I'm saying this, I guess I'm implying that you have a clue to what racism is. Maybe you don't know what it is. I can believe that. A lot of you probably don't know. Because we have everything on earth that we need. But I understand. Carter G. Woodson wrote in his book, The Miseducation of the Negro, that if you have a man's mind, everything else will just follow. And that's why images are so important. People are, oh, it's just a commercial. Oh, it's just a movie. No, it's not just a commercial. It's not just a movie. People don't spend millions of dollars to put on a commercial during the Super Bowl. It's images. They're trying to sell you something. They're trying to program into you. People don't spend $500 million on a movie because it's entertainment. They're trying to program something. And so I don't understand why the average black man doesn't understand that. Because frankly, it's frightening. The lower level of comprehension that so many black men have, it's ridiculous. And again, the women are doing their thing. The women are out of line, but one thing about it, they know how to come together when it comes to aspirations of power. Black women have, unfortunately, separated themselves politically from black men and gone on and gotten their little pieces of the pie or the pie crust under this system. The point is, they have enough sense and wherewithal to organize. Black men still talking about pussy in sports, for the most part. A lot of them gonna see this video and get mad at me because I'm talking directly to black men. I know what I'm talking about. I see it. I'm out and about. I hear it. There's something wrong with American black men. We're not guided by our own light. Someone has to come and tell us, mainly women. Every time you look around, you see black dudes out, some chick, and got something started, and they out there. But not too many of us on our own go out and say, you know what, I don't like that. Let me write about it. Let me do a video about it. Let me go and show up at a school board meeting, a city council meeting. Let me go and show up at the voting booth to change this. But talking about pussy, rap, and sports, y'all, you can't shut a Negro up. And I don't mean to just categorize or generalize, but, well, you're talking about a broad audience, you can't help but generalize. Generally, it's true. So what is it about race and identifying what it really is, black men? Talk to me. I want to read your comments. I'm not reading the foolishness. I want to hear what black men have to say. Because this is ridiculous. Because I'm talking to black men. I don't care what anybody else say about the other stuff. I've already made myself clear about race is real. And no one's overly concentrating on it. It's a reality. The scholars have already taught us what we do. Just we threw the books in the trash. We threw them up in the attic or put them in the box and put a tape on and say books that never should be read again or pages that should never be turned. What is it? This is insane. And yeah, I don't like the way black men are treating the black women in the WNBA as if they're the only race of women in the WNBA. It's white girls in there too. But I guess they're saying that 73% of the WNBA is black women. But to say that they're jealous of them, that's stupid. And y'all can't see what's going on. Then here you go. And this one Ice Cube messed up at too. It blew up in his face. If black dudes try to think like there's some white businessmen. Well, putting Caitlyn Clark's face on it, that's good for business. You see, now they riding in jets because of her. You should be You should be insulted. You should be insulted. Everybody and women of WNBA are rightfully insulted. So this shit, this shit is stupid. So all of a sudden, this little half talented white girl she shoots a few jumpers. All of a sudden, now white corporate America put their billions of dollars behind this person, and they've always done that, as if for the past 15 years, no black woman has accomplished anything in the NBA and WNBA. How do y'all think it's been going on so long? It wasn't no Caitlyn Clarks. It were these sisters, the sisters that was there from the beginning and kept it afloat regardless of what we thought about it. You know, of course it's subsidized by the NBA, but they were still out there playing their hearts out, creating these records that probably more likely won't be broken for a long time. Then all of a sudden you just get some white girl out of Iowa and all of a sudden y'all call her the greatest and black men co-sign that? It's gotten so bad that black men are referring to this chick as attractive? I've seen some pretty, what's it called, pogs, pretty ass white girls. I know what a pretty ass white girl is. Scarlett Johansson, Lord Jesus, a pretty ass white girl. And who else? Y'all name some actual pretty ass white girl. This Caitlyn Clark is not a pretty ass or pretty white girl. She looks trans. She looks like a Great Dane in the face. Just she's not a pretty white girl. But he got Negro males trying to call her attractive. Even when she dressed up, she was just like no hips, just straight up and down. That doggone, what's that girl name again? Angel Reese is succulence personified. Long legs, supple lips, pretty eyes, just the right amount of sass. Good and tender and juicy. That's a pretty girl. That's a pretty black girl. A nice little body on her. Feminine body. Feminine young woman. Yeah, she plays rough out there. She's playing basketball. She's competing. But y'all gonna give this halfway boy looking chick beauty points? Caitlyn, get out of here. Y'all insane. And I don't know her at all. I'm speaking publicly like everyone else because she's the white media machine made her so public. But I don't understand why our people don't take up for Angel Reese like we should, especially black men. The sisters are holding her down somewhat, but I'm paying attention to what black men are saying out loud. Now, I know a lot of you say, well, you know, in your own cubby holes at home or in the privacy of your car or the barbershop, possibly. But I'm looking at what y'all are saying on these ESPN, Fox Sports One, all these national podcasts, what y'all are saying about Angel Reese. That's not cool, and it's untrue. That young woman is overly qualified. You know how we talk on average as black people? When we get a master's degree, the white male or the white female, all she has to do is have a GED, or they got to have a high school diploma to our bachelor's degree. It's the same thing. Angel Reese is overly performing. And still, the white media is trying to play her like she's not doing anything. That girl just damn near single-handedly kicked everybody's ass in this last game they played against the Fever. Chicago Sky played against the Fever. And so I don't understand why black media, black YouTubers, black bloggers, you know, why aren't we using our media prowess to push this young woman? This young man is 16 years old. Now, now everybody came, you know, showed up for the young man who swam across the lake to, you know, during the chair incident, the boating incident in Alabama. That was cool. But we also got other people we should be celebrating. And black men, come on, man. You know, politically, we're failing. You know, we don't stand up for stuff politically, racially, that's kicking us in the ass. Child support kicking black men in the ass. Incarcerated for the least of crimes more than anybody, kicking black men in the ass. Economics, last hired, shit, first fired all the time, or not hired at all. Felonies, handing out felonies to black dudes like it's Skittles. Yeah, I know they have to do stuff to get them, but also we look at other groups, they still, the judges and the cops are letting them off a lot of times. I try to be fair in my assessment, but I also live in reality. I understand the Constitution, why Africans were enslaved and captured and enslaved and brought to this country. It's and the Constitution has not changed. And I don't understand why black men as a group are not on red alert every day, are not in the halls of justice trying to fight the foolishness every day. Instead, we want to sit around and debate goddamn sports numbers. That doesn't mean anything because NFL, NBA, WNBA ain't shit but the WWE. All this shit is fixed. Black men who love football so much. I'm not even into sports. I monitor behavior. Let me tell y'all something. When I knew football wasn't shit. What's his name? Tom Brady. I'm gonna tell y'all two things I knew he wasn't shit. Deflate gate. That man, yeah, he stood in y'all face and deflated balls so he can get a better grip and throw the football. Ain't that against the rules? But somehow NFL officials let him go away with, and black men, Tom Brady's the best. He's the best. He's not the best. He's the best at not getting caught cheating. He got caught cheating. They still allowed him to keep his credentials. Then number two, y'all didn't think football was fixed and rigged then? All right, let's go with this one. Marshawn Lynch. I call him the Angel Reese before Angel Reese. They was pissed off at him when he was playing with Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson. And that Super Bowl, playing against Tom Brady and him, I guess. And all that season, they were pissed off at him for not answering those questions in the locker room and the press conferences after the games because he was over it. Marshawn Lynch is a different kind of dude. He's over it. And so, but they told him legally, you have to participate in the press conferences. You have to say something. So he did. I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. I'm here. I played in the game. And he said the same speech and he just pissed him off. So they planned to get back, in my opinion, for Marshawn Lynch. And the coach of the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson, in my opinion, allegedly were in on it. And this is what I saw. I'm not into sports. I'm into behaviors. Got it? So, Marshawn Lynch ran the ball the whole game. Got him up. They were winning. Now, to seal the deal and also to cement and make sure that Marshawn Lynch was going to be named the MVP of that game or of the Super Bowl, all Russell Wilson had to do was hand him the ball, and he was definitely going to run it in because that dude was a tank. He'd been running it all season. That's how they got to the Super Bowl mainly because of Marshawn Lynch running the ball. And they were this close from the goal. How come Russell Wilson got that call in his ear and they told him to purposely throw a pass, to purposely throw the game? Let me tell y'all something how white supremacists work. They'll destroy a whole building or a whole airplane to get one person. Y'all, you look at history. They get one person or two people. So for them to throw a Super Bowl, which is millions of dollars, the goal was not to allow that image of a strong, straight back, hard back, black man with self-respect and dignity to not only do what he wanted to do against the powers that be, being a rebellious slave on that field. And then they win and he gets gets the award for MVP. You know what that image would have done for a lot of black boys who watched Marshawn Lynch? A lot of other young black men who are on their way to the NFL. They didn't want that kind of pride to spread around to other black boys. So they do what they've done for centuries. They made an example out of this and they made an example out of this Kunta Kinte. No, you're not going to be a rebellious slave. I'm going to chop half of your foot off. And that's what they did to Marshawn Lynch. Make sure that everybody else will know this is what will happen to you if you get out of line, boy. And a lot of black men still suffer from what they did to Kunta Kinte. I don't want that to happen to me. What they did to black men who got out of line, who were rebellious on the plantation. Whipping them, beating them, horse on this end, horse on that end, tying the ropes up to their legs, hit the horse on the ass, split the bodies in two, murdering Malcolm, murdering George Floyd, murdering. And George Floyd wasn't a symbol, wasn't a hero or anything, so don't y'all start that shit. But the fact that they murdered this black man and black looking man in everybody's face, that sent the message to other black men and black boys. Oh no, I'm gonna go here and I don't want none of that. And so that has the trickle down effect. It has trickled down over the years to teach black men to stay in your place, boy. Because I think that's what it is. So the easy part is to go along with the white supremacist talking points about Angel Reese and to not celebrate the strong of us unless sometimes I call them our handlers because they've been empowered so much. I think a lot of black women are black men's handlers. Okay, you can protest this. Okay, you can speak about that. Then you have these dudes, blah, 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 blah. Protect black women. Our queens, blah, blah, blah. It's the strangest thing. Black men have not really an independent group in this country because there's really no evidence that proves that black men are really their own men in this country. They don't stand up. Black men, for as a whole, don't stand up for black men. They don't promote or push or support black men's achievement in this country. They don't attack race the way it should be attacked when it's infecting us, which is daily. Did I say too much? Do y'all understand what I just said? They do not. And I'll debate any Negro male on this because I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it for years. It's like we're afraid there's an interfere. That interference it could be legitimate. Because whenever black men stand up and get out of line, the full force of the white supremacy comes. Even they even send one of our women who look like us to come in and get us. That's right. Black men have been taught, know your place, but you can do whatever you want to do to another black man. You can cuss him out, you can tear him down, but don't you dare speak against the system. Because a lot of black men, let me tell you what a lot of Negro males do in this country. Well, I got a family or I got a business I want to keep or I want, look, man, you don't think Malcolm X had a family he wanted to keep, you sorry bastard? You don't think Dr. King wanted to keep his woman, his wife, and his 4 or 5 daughters and his son? You didn't think Marcus Garvey wanted to stay here and do his thing here? You didn't think Chairman Fred Hampton wanted to be alive to see his baby boy born? Who the fuck are you and your family, loser? Just say you're scared. I got a family. The men who fought for you to be here, to be the coward that you are, they had family. You didn't think Jesus wanted to stay with Mary Magdalene and his family? I went too far just then. So who the fuck are you? And all I'm saying is just stand up. Yeah, I'm not asking you to go in the streets and with no pistols and all of that. I'm asking you to stand up politically, stand up financially for your group. Stand up and support other men and young women and young men who are doing things. Don't attack black folks because they make white people mad. And that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all attack black women who make white people mad. And I don't like that. And I see, especially when you know that they're doing things that are wonderful. Simone Biles is awesome. And she got a black husband. But that's not enough. I guess y'all don't see her as somebody you can stick your penis in, so there's no need to. She ain't got no fat ass, no BBLs, no tits that look like flotation devices. She's a little petite, little handful of honey, a little hot cup of cutie. That ain't enough for y'all, huh? Y'all know I'm not talking about all black men, but talking about a large group. Y'all know who you are, little punk. Y'all argue up and down about a goddamn sports game or score or argue about an athlete, and then black athletes don't give a shit. What do they build in the black community? These are another section of black men. They don't do shit. They've been given all this wealth. But you understand what that is. When they go into professional athletes when they go into go into professional athletics, y'all know that's a contract that they sign that they must continue what the politicians already know. That is benign neglect. Look it up. Benign. BENIGN. Benign neglect. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Benign neglect, meaning you don't ever do or say anything that empowers or promote black folks. in my Dr. Claude Anderson voice. And black athletes got the memo. They get it every time when they get drafted to these NFL or NBA teams, they understand the assignment. That's why we always say, damn, you got these Oprahs, Tyler Perry's, you got all these people, these millions of dollars, and the ghetto is still the ghetto. Well, these people sign on to a system that we don't control. And so that's who paying them. They got to obey who pays them, because we don't really support those folks who, when once they get labeled militant, male or female, we don't support them anymore. That's the weirdest thing. But then y'all want to evoke the names of militants like Jesus Christ, Malcolm, Martin Luther King, the last 2 years of his life, and others. Y'all like to evoke their names, but they too were hated and labeled militants. So I don't understand. There's a confusion here. So you like the militants when they're dead, but when they're alive, speaking up for all of us and sacrificing economics, sacrificing social standing so they can speak truth to power, to the real truth to power, not some weird ass speech we do in the halls of Congress. But speaking truth to power the way those brothers and sisters did. Y'all get scared. We get scared. Because we don't want that smoke. It's the weirdest thing. And I'm kind of tired of seeing it. Black men, get off your ass. Turn off the GTA or the gaming systems. In sports, gaming system, sex, rap, anything to distract y'all from the reality of race. And it's hurt. It has hurt our race, our community for far too long, because not enough black men are active. Then you got the gang member black males. If it ain't talking about cuz or whatever, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. They ain't standing up talking about, they're not standing up and protecting other black men. They make a living off of killing and hurting other black men. Then you got the religious black men. They too busy trying to scam money for Jesus and get ass, and little boys too. They're trying to make profits out there. Then you got the black fraternity black men. You know they ain't trying. They just trying to get you to their party. And those who like women in the black fraternities, those who like women, they just trying to get all the poom poom they can too. So we just oh God, we're really divided. We're really divided. It's a shame that black men aren't on a page that really make us look good and to make life just a little better for us as a group. Because we can't continue to have 23 million individuals. I think it's what, 20 to 23 million black men in this country? Give or take, who gets to live, based on how black men are killing each other. This is foolishness. But anyway, I hope I haven't left anything out. I just wanted to just say, black men, get your head out of sports and talk about some reality. Start supporting those black men and black women who are really doing some things. Not just the chicks on OnlyFans. Not just the chicks who twerk and rap about their coochie, what's between their legs all the time. Support the black women who are really doing some things, and not just anybody, but the sisters who are fighting not only for themselves, but they're fighting for black men and black boys. It's not too many of them. But look at who they go on to. If she doesn't go home with a black man, she's always talking about some black stuff. You go home with no black man, don't really fool with her. But sometimes it's those who go home with other men, stick up more for black men than the sister who goes home. Well, anyway. Get it? Anyway, please continue, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. I just had to get that off my chest, because I'd had enough. Stop kissing Caitlyn Clark's ass. Y'all don't know shit about sports. All that shit is a ruse. All that arguing about sports statistics, that ain't shit. It don't mean a hill of beans to the progression of our race in this country. It doesn't mean a damn thing. But I know y'all do a lot of stuff to keep from talking about the actual issues. It's your man Rico. It's your man Rico. The Opinionist. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk in the future. Talk to y'all later. Peace.